That is incorrect.
Oh, really? Because that was decided by Sheriff versus Colin, Miranda versus Arizona, and a whole slew of others.
So a court has decided this.
Yes, in line with the people and their rights.
You know,
so then
all your belief and all this stuff you're telling me is not valid.
Oh, it is very valid.
To your belief system.
This guy's saying
But
the Constitution isn't valid.
In the court system.
The courts must rule in line with the Constitution because they rule.
They disagree with you.
Really, because they already have ruled in line with it very many times.
And then they change their rule, and the courts decide, not you.
What? Okay, what's
not me?
What's this? What's the case law where they decided that they can suddenly abrogate rights?
Case law. You tell me what it is.
There's not one.
I believe there is.
Really?
Do you have any evidence to back up your beliefs?
Do you?
Oh, lots.
Oh, yeah, lots.
Good.
We tried to show it to you yesterday.
Go to a court, go to an attorney, and have them file a paperwork for you, and go to court, and see how it turns out. Okay?
I'm not using an attorney.
We'd rather disarm an armed and dangerous criminal.
You are under arrest under a private person's arrest.
You're under arrest right now, sir.
For coercion of duties, extortion of rights, criminal liability, conduct. Racketeering.
Where's this cop who's supposed to take this man into custody?
She was the one responding.
Oh, well, we need to call another one. So in case y'all weren't aware, we called dispatch to have them send somebody out here to take a criminal report against that guy you just saw, because he did a real good job of incriminating himself yesterday. And guess who they sent out? That guy. So I guess we're going to have to go back in. Sheriff refused to identify himself. Just show his face.
What am I going to arrest me for coercion right there?
Right. If we were wrong, we would both be on the ground and in cuffs right now. Believe that. Look at this. Army. They're all unlawfully using these vehicles right now. Every one of them. He was not very smart coming out and talking it to us. Whew. Oh, you left your folder in there. Yeah,
That's
folder. Yours is in the car.
So the sheriff has a requirement to take a report. He didn't take our report, and he again told us that we are operating on a system of beliefs, not the written law. So we need a different officer or the sheriff himself to come, because I just placed him under private person's arrest and he fled.
We're beyond that now. We need to talk to the sheriff.
He was placed under private person's arrest under 133.225, which is a lawful arrest, and a report must be filed in accordance with it.
And immediately.
Or the police department. I'm sure they're just going to not file a report either. So that's on the record soon anyways.
So I'm sorry, what's it about? What's your report regarding? Is it the sheriff or is it regarding the CPD?
Well, it was first about the CPD, and then it became about the sheriff when he came out.
The undersheriff?
The undersheriff, yeah.
Let's just call him by his name.
Yeah, Riddler. And then I called non-emergency dispatch to have them send out a CPD officer to take the report on Riddler, but they sent Riddler instead, and Riddler denied to take the report on himself, of course, because he's not going to turn himself in as a criminal.
Okay, well, CPD wouldn't be able to take a report for county.
Then can we get the sheriff?
It says in the Benton County Code that they can. It says any peace officer.
So you want your complaint is against the county?
It's against Riddler and the two CPD guys that came out the first time. So So they attempted to practice medicine on us and force us to wear a mask, which is unlawful. It's against the Article 1, Section 3 of the Oregon Constitution, which says, no law shall in any case whatever violate conscience.
They file a complaint,
I want to file a criminal report,
and.
but no one's taking it, and it's a requirement of their duties.
Alright, hold on.
So this is becoming a really big mess for you guys, because you guys are all over the internet right now. You guys are live.
What we really need is somebody to show up here and effect the arrest we just made. That would be the sheriff.
And it is a shall requirement. It says it right in ORS 20.
Why would they send that guy back out again?
Because he's not going to file a report on himself.
What do you think, guys? What do you think?
This is how the cops act. I asked a bunch of questions at a store and I got criminally charged because in their beliefs, they were right. Because I was asking questions.
You guys know the cops can do anything they believe is right or wrong? Shit. Makes you feel real safe, don't it? This poor girl's stuck in the middle of this.
She's calling somebody.
Okay.
Oh, for those of you wondering, they're still on here. We're waiting for someone to show up and take our police report. Unfortunately, they sent the undersheriff, who just threw his whole entire station under the bus. We placed him under private person's arrest. He fled from us. So now we're waiting for somebody to show up and help us apprehend him.
In case you don't think he was actually arrested, definitions ORS 133.005, definitions for ORS 133.005 to 133.400 and 410 and to 450. So that includes 225, which is the first person's arrest. Arrest means to place a person under actual or constructive restraint, or to take a person into custody for the purpose of charging that person with an offense. A stop, as authorized under ORS 131.605 to 131.625, frisk of stop persons, is not an arrest.
Hey guys, I know this is boring right now, but it's likely to get better. I actually called 911 to report a crime. We dispatched him to the police station, and well, they sent the undersheriff. There's your key. What's that big guy down there doing, I wonder? Who's still in here? Who's watching? Oh. Con, you still there? Girl, say something. Wave something. Oh, what's up, Fred? There you are. We're just waiting for someone to show up and take our criminal complaint. In case y'all just missed it. The undersheriff just met up with us outside. Spewed a whole bunch of bullshit. We followed him around the building, put him under private person's arrest, and he fled from us. So he's currently armed and dangerous and a fugitive. Now we're waiting for someone to show up and help us perform the arrest. Take him into custody. I know, right? Can you guys not comment? Do I have comments turned off? What the heck? Say something. I know it's funny, but y'all should have seen him run. Now listen, I told him to run and hide. If I was wrong, he would have arrested me. I ain't wrong. He should run and hide. Don't be loving my singing, girl. Seriously, can y'all not comment? Connie, say something. I can't see nothing. You be here Friday? All right, Mama.
So just so y'all know what victim means the person or persons who have suffered financial, social, psychological, or physical harm as a result of a crime, and includes, in the case of a homicide or abuse of a corpse in any degree, a member of the immediate family of the descendant, and in the case of a minor victim, the legal guardian of the minor. In no event shall the criminal defendant be considered a victim. That means if I'm the victim and I'm trying to report a crime and I'm accusing the officer of coercing his duties for not taking the report, I would be attempting to victimize him if I were wrong by attempting to coerce him. But it says right there, in no event shall the criminal defendant be considered the victim. So in the case of coercing his duties, he shall not be considered the victim, the sheriff.
True. Fred said my channel should be called Damn It, Jen, You Can't Handle the Truth. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out a good name for that channel. We'll have lots of good videos coming up soon. These guys have been pretty lively lately. Almost certain they know we're coming when we're coming.
Stay dry out there. Not possible.
More slaves. All the slaves. I'm a slave to the system. Anybody have a good joke? Oh, y'all remember that lady who was giving me a hard time yesterday? Turns out she's pretty new.
So, that sheriff, here's jurisdiction. A person is subject to the prosecution under the laws of this state for an offense that the person commits by the conduct of the person or the conduct of another for which the person is criminally liable if either the conduct that is an element of the offense or the result that is an element occurs within this state. So, he failed to do his duties inside the state, which is an element of his criminal liability for aiding and abetting the rioters by not arresting them, by failing his first and second duty. And they know it.
Maybe when we called the 911, we should have said something about him being armed and dangerous, because she made a big deal in front of us now about someone being armed.
Now get this. Number 3. Conduct occurring outside this state is sufficient under the law of this state to constitute a conspiracy to commit an offense within this state, and an overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy occurs within this state. So when the CDC and the Democrats all conspired to take our rights away, it doesn't matter if that conduct occurred outside the state or inside the state. They're still criminally liable under the Oregon state laws. Because you don't get to fuck with Oregon even if you're in another state. The state establishes complicity in the commission of or an attempt, solicitation, or conspiracy to commit an offense in another jurisdiction, which is also an offense under the law of this state. I guarantee it is. The offense consists of the omission to perform a legal duty imposed by the law of this state with respect to domicile, residence, or relationship to a person, place, thing, or transaction in this state. Remember, they are under contract with us and have a obligation of good faith which cannot be waived by variation or agreement.
Or this fool's belief.
Yeah, or your belief.
He believes we're wrong, so he refused to even take a report. That's not his job.
So in my Tennessee pullover video on my YouTube account, that jurisdiction law is what got me out of my ticket. Because they would be conspiring to deprive me of my rights, which is under federal law too, but in another state, which is unlawful conduct in the laws of this state, and that could be argued as conspiring to further the extortion of rights throughout all of the states.